Hello, group number one, and welcome. Let's see what's next for you in life. The intention with this reading is to dive into the next 30 days, 3 months, year ahead. Those are the dates that sort of just popped up as I was shuffling the cards. And I'm not going to read in like a particular order of like what's next in the 30 days and 3 months and year ahead. So just kind of follow your intuition and the story it paints out as we do this reading if you want the specific timing messages of everything. So let's dive into it. We have a lot of oracle cards here and a rune. The rune that came out for you is called Ngwaz. And I immediately got this vision that for a lot of you, the universe is asking you at this time to cancel your plan B, okay? There is only plan A. Some of you guys have a sort of safety net set up for you, a sort of plan B in case your dream, your passion does not succeed. And Spirit is saying that that plan B, that safety net, is preventing you from really being in the energy to make this thing successful, to make this energy thrive. So essentially what Spirit is saying is get rid of your plan B. Another thing I'm seeing here is that old business needs to be finished up and wrapped up first and foremost. And when you do that, brand new chapters are going to open up for you. So this is a really good time in your life to stop talking to your exes, quit your old job, and really get rid of anything that reminds you of that older chapter of who you once were. Any situation, any person, any job, any object. It is time to wrap up those old chapters to embrace this new chapter that is emerging. Ngwaz is a very positive it's not even a card, very positive rune. I'm so used to reading tarot and oracle. And it shows a brand new chapter, very successful chapter opening up for you, but you need to close out that old stuff. And there's a certain anxiety that will come from this. It's kind of like, let's just say the main people you talk to are like your exes or old friends that you don't really like. How weird would it feel? How anxiety inducing would it feel to completely stop talking to them, to unfollow them, to, get rid of them? Obviously that would give you some anxiety because now it's like, I don't have anyone in my life. What am I going to do? But it's from getting rid of that plan B type of energy that your soul truly opens up to new, beautiful people. And it's not just talking about relationships. This is also talking about your job. When you get rid of that safety net of like your day job, you're really going to be thrown into this energy of, I have to make my passion, my dream work or else, okay? So Spirit's saying the time is now. It's time to give up on that safety net you've been carrying because it's actually sort of preventing you from being in the right state of mind, the right energy, the right inspiration to open these really big doors that are opening up for you. You have To the Sea. Oh my. Follow where the spirit, where universe is guiding you right now. I love that. You're headed in a really good direction. From Mama Moon, we have Super Moon. Emotions are running high. I want to just pull all these cards out and see the story that they're painting. Your energy oracle, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. A lot of you are having a really powerful spiritual awakening right now. For some of you, this may have been triggered by a new person or a new situation, but it's weird. I'm seeing a situation here where it's like new person, new situation, but it's triggering the same pattern, the same wounds. For example, like if you started talking to someone, whether you reconciled with them or it's someone brand new, and you're like, oh my gosh, like this triggered such a beautiful spiritual awakening and we're really close, like this has a lot of potential, like this person can be a really good friend of mine or even like a life partner, and you're starting to get hopes up, and then it's like randomly they get all spotty with their communication, real flaky, like you've probably experienced so many times in the past, and you're like, why does this cycle keep repeating? Ooh, this is getting weird. Like, why does this keep repeating? Why does this keep happening to me? I don't know why I'm seeing that story in particular with you guys, but I feel like now is really the time to act very quickly when you see that story starting to repeat. Be like, nope, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not tolerating this. I am like, this is what I want. Here it is. Everything's on the table. Take it or leave it. We have Make It Gods, which goes hand in hand with To the Sea. Release the idea of my As soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my dear Lord. Oh, what a great thing to ask of the universe. I feel like in this new chapter, what's coming next for you in life is that I'm seeing this mantra of yours, this mentality of like, you know what, I'm just going to go with the flow and let the universe have this one. There's less control. You're relinquishing a lot of control in your life and saying, you know what, whatever happens, happens. If it works out, that's great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to chase. I am going to attract, okay? So for a lot of you, you had a really big wake-up call in relationships, jobs, and everything, where you are getting more in touch with your self-esteem. You're not chasing anyone or anything other than your own goals, dreams, desires, you know? And it's like you make that choice and you're like, universe, it's totally in your hands. Like, you got this, girl. Like, whatever happens, happens. And then, again, I'm seeing that story of like something repeating. And you handle it very, very quickly this time around. And it's like you're not even tolerating the stuff that you experienced in the past. Like, it's not even bothering you anymore. It's not even a worry on your mind. It's just like, okay, I'll address this quickly. There it is. Not putting up with this. Let's go back to peace. Let's go back to what I was focusing on. Wow. You have the rainbow, beautiful, beautiful card. And I'm going to read this from the book. I am obsessed with this oracle deck, the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and the booklet. Like, you guys have probably heard me rant about this so many times. The rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifests as the colors of the 7 chakras. In the Himalayas, the rainbow body is seen as the full realization of our essence. The rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. At the end of our lives, we can journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it is an affirmation that all is well and that you are in right relationship with spirit. So when it's coming up right, there's an invitation from the rainbow spirit. The rainbow tells you that the end of a storm is near. Yes, guys, I feel this so heavily for you, group number 1. Like, the things that you were struggling with for like years, it feels like, relationship struggles, money struggles, struggles in reaching your goals and success, like that is all coming to a massive close. Oh my gosh. Persevere and remember that it's just darkest before dawn. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. Listen for the morning rooster that announces the coming of the dawn, even when the night is still darkest. But do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. Spirit is giving you a very important piece of advice here. They're saying, do not let your guard down fully. You know, things are about to completely change for you, but this is not the time to, you know, rest in your laurels. This is a time to keep pushing forward. Okay, so for example, and I'm going to use relationships again as an example. You may have been in a repetitive cycle of douchebaggery, okay? Like with friends, with, you know, romantic relationships, whatever. It's like you put yourself out there, you're really vibing someone, and then they get all weird and spotty and flaky with their communication. It's like, why does this keep repeating? And you may have recently found like, oh my gosh, like there's someone who I really vibe with, huge like spiritual awakening, like on a deep, deep level, soul level, that you may not have even experienced before. And then again, the same thing happens and you're like, what the heck? And you know, you might be at the point where it's like, I already been through this cycle so many times that like I already feel like I learned the lesson, so why do I keep attracting stuff like this? Spirit is saying, you know, you have all of the intuitive nudges, tools, and everything to address what's happening here. So address it in the way that your intuition is calling for you to address it, and just observe how this time around it unfolds and what happens for you in the near future, either in this relationship or, you know, what occurs after you do this. Okay, it's almost like a final cycle, a final test. It's not even that the universe is testing you. It's like, just push through one more time. And I'm literally seeing a vision of like giving birth. And it's like the final push and the head is out. And it's like, just push one more time. Oh my gosh. And it's just beautiful. I almost feel like Spirit is acting as your birthing nurse right now. Like, just push one last time. Keep going. Do not give up hope. You are so, so, so close to these beautiful doorways of higher realms and experiences and love and money opening up. Do not give up now. And I know that message is annoying to hear in a tarot reading. And you may have been hearing that so many times in tarot readings if you watch tarot readings a lot. That's just what I'm seeing. And, you know, the universe is saying, like, no, you can even feel, group number one, that things are starting to get really different. Like, you're feeling the energies around you shift, and you may instinctively, intuitively be feeling this energy of success getting closer and closer and closer to you. This energy of love and positive life change coming so much closer to you. You feel that. So keep going. You have the message, you are giving your power away. Wait, you are giving away your power. Sorry, I wasn't even like reading that for a second. You are a badass. Act like it. Exactly. So much purple as well. I feel like a lot of you are having a lot of spiritual epiphanies, psychic experiences. Some of you may be even having like telepathic, very, very spiritual connections with people at this time. A lot of you watching may be meditating more, shamanic journeying, astral projecting, anything like that, or just like indulging in your spiritual practice, even if it's just journaling, going on a mental health walk, yoga, whatever. You're really doing it and you're feeling so connected. Yeah, and it's like you're in the midst of doing that, and a situation, a very earthly type of situation, I want to say, pops back up for you. That's what I'm seeing, like right now in the present moment. This isn't the future, this is right now, okay? An earthly situation that frustrates you pops back up while you're in the midst of this like spiritual awakening, like almost being there, last push before a lot of big, beautiful blessings happen. And this could be many different things for a lot of you watching. Like this could be like, I keep coming back to relationships, and it's like a relationship issue for a lot of you. That's very like, you know, I'm in this otherworldly higher energy, just doing so well, and I feel like I'm on this last push towards success. And then this happens. Like, what, universe? What are you playing at? Especially with To the Sea. The universe is playing at something here. You know, you may be thinking like, I'm literally about to like take off in life, like a rocket ship about to take off. And then this weird thing pops up. It's an interesting energy. Peaceful resolution is coming through. I just keep coming back to this idea that for some of you, there's like a weird, like earthly type of relationship issue that's happening, especially with emotions running high. Like some of you guys might be in a situationship or dating someone and things get a little weird. Like they may be spotty with communication or randomly ghost you for a few days or something like that. If this is like money related and you feel like you're so close to like making a lot more money or like finding a job, if you're looking for a job, something like that, it's like you're so close to being there and you're seeing all these signs and you're pushing, and it's like this weird expense comes up. Now, I want to clarify, this is what I feel right now in the present moment. Okay, I'm not predicting this. The reason why we're talking about the present moment is because Spirit is trying to explain how the situation is going to play out. They're saying, you've been here so many times. Like this has been a repetitive cycle. Like you finally make a lot of money, a weird expense comes out. Okay, and through the years of that happening, you've taken on so much financial tips, advice, knowledge, everything. So it's like, just push through this, apply all the steps that you've learned, listen to your intuition. Like this is the last cycle, this is the last push. Or same thing with relationship, emotional issues like that. It's like you're finally doing well on your own, you're finally happy, you're finally feeling balanced and great in life, and then some weird earthly relationship issue happens. Like someone ghosts you, spotty with communication, whatever, and it makes you really confused. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not going through this again. I am not, making someone else the center of my universe again when I'm about to do very, very well. And Spirit's saying, we know, this is literally the very last cycle of this repetitive cycle that you've been in. So use everything you've learned, push through. There will be a different outcome this time, a very successful outcome. And it'll make a lot of sense after you've gone through all of this. But for right now, Spirit is saying like, there's going to be a really happy ending to this situation that you're currently dealing with. This is the end of a major karmic cycle, I feel. We have take a moment coming out for you from your spirit guides. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision that you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. I feel for some of you, again, it feels like you're in the middle of like an issue, some weird situation, someone that, may be flaking out on you or acting weird, or a weird issue comes up, etc. And you're just waiting to resolve it, it feels like. And you're like stewing about it. You're in your head about it. And Spirit is saying, like, we're going to keep you in this energy of waiting so you can really, really take a moment to reflect, to think things through, to really decide what you want moving forward. Because once this is put into action again, once you'll be able to talk to this person again or make decisions or move things along forward and freely, like there's going to be some big, big changes that take place, positive ones. Wow. We have comfort with Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. I really feel relationship, friendship energy here for you guys, where it's like Spirit, like right now in the present moment, I'm getting a really frustrating cycle for you guys, where it's like you open your heart up time and time again, you trust time and time again, and you always seem to get screwed over, where people are like, here's who I am, here's what I want. It's very aligned with what you want. And then they end up like later lying, like they had lied about who they are just to get what they wanted, or like they end up being flaky or not very communicative, emotionally unavailable. And it's like, why does this cycle keep repeating? And there's nothing you can do, because these people either like straight up lie to you or themselves about like what they want from the very beginning, or they really, really, really convince you that they're open, they're available for friendship, relationship, whatever you're looking for. And then it just turns around on you, and it's a very frustrating cycle. Same thing could happen with like career. A lot of you, like if you're applying for a job, for example, you apply, you go on an interview, it's wonderful, and you keep repeating this process. It's like, why am I not getting the job? And in the process of that frustration, you learn everything there is to learn about getting, a job in the field that you want, and how to have the perfect interview and have the perfect resume and call them back and blah, blah, blah. And again, it's like this cycle. It's like you've mastered through struggle, essentially. You mastered handling your emotions, navigating your emotions through being in emotionally triggering relationships, connections, and situations. Some of you guys have been working really, really hard on a dream of yours and tirelessly working every single day towards it, and not seeing the reciprocation, the results, whether that be monetary or otherwise. And you find yourself in this rotation of feeling inspired, like, yes, I'm going to chase my dreams, even if it's not paying off just yet. And then you get into these phases of universe, like, I am putting in so much work, where is the results? And whatever your situation is, for a lot of you, it could even be all three, okay? All three areas of your life, where you're feeling very, very happy, content on your own, content with everything that's going on, and peaceful, self-serving. And then you get hit with this frustrating, like disappointing energy almost, where it's like hope is teased in front of your eyes, and then, or like it's like someone dangling what you want right in front of your eyes, and it's very frustrating cycle. That is what's coming to a close, and I feel very strongly in saying that this is coming to a close in the next 30 days. Probably less than 30 days. I'm really actually feeling the next several days, I would say, the next 2 weeks mainly. This cycle feels to be coming to a close for you guys in a very, very positive way. So you're being asked, let's go back to the rune Ingwas, to finish up these old cycles, tie off any loose ends, and take the final actions that you feel guided to take. And Spirit may be guiding a lot of you to, like I said, get rid of your plan B energy, okay? If this is like a dream that you're working on, for example, and you've been working on for a while, whatever your plan B, whatever your day job, whatever, like if it's time, it's time. Like to let it go and fully dedicate yourself to focusing on this dream. If this is like a relationship cycle that keeps repeating for you over and over and over again, finish the cycle out with whoever you're dealing with right now, you know, say your piece, say what you have to, and just see what happens from there. You know, I feel really, really positively about this. We're going to get some tarot, and then we'll finish off with your postcard from Spirit. So let's see what is next for you in life, more specifically. Although I have a really clear vision of what's happening for a lot of you after this cycle. Okay, after this cycle finishes, I feel like it's actually going to lead you to love. And I just saw 2121 when I said that, love. It's going to lead you to that success that you're looking for, like the thing that you tirelessly keep striving for, opening your heart back up to, whether it's romantic love, friendship love, the acquisition of your dreams, career, monetary success. You're actually going to start seeing major developments in it. We have the Page of Earth, exactly. All right, some of you guys, it's like, especially if this is a relationship. There's so many examples. I'm sorry I keep using the examples. If this is a relationship, for example, it's like you put the last straw down with whoever you're dealing with right now. And this is like the last person because you've absolutely mastered like how to navigate this situation and deal with your emotions and everything. And it's like that actually leads you to some form of commitment, some form of like solid offer. Same thing if it's your dream or career. This ending of a cycle, of an era, is leading you to stability and money. Page of Earth is like newfound stability coming in. It frequently represents commitment from other people and money. People saying, you know what, group number one, I like what you have to offer. I like how direct you are, how straightforward you are. You're clearly spiritually connected. You clearly are someone who commands respect because you're not going to sit here through this cycle again. And you're the type of person that I want to invest my time and my money into. So people are going to be saying that. We have the Eight of Fire in reverse, which is honestly upright, one of my favorite cards. In reverse, this is confirming for me that a lot of you, what we were saying was true, flaky communication, which is what I was picking up on, or very unstable success. And you're just wanting that stability. So for example, if you have your own business, this is like a lot of sales and money coming in at once, and then you're like dry and dead for like a big chunk of time. So stability is what we're working on. Stability and more flow of love, of money, of success. That's what I'm seeing. We have the Ace of Water. Oh my gosh, a lot of you. This is a love opportunity. If you're in a long-term relationship and you're planning on sticking it out and staying in that, a new chapter of love with this person and attraction to them is unfolding. I am really strongly seeing an offer of commitment though, coming out as a result of you sort of finishing up these old chapters and making the decision. You're literally making the decision to end all messy things from the past, whether it's emotional, material, career, whatever, If I could give a personal example, wow, I don't even want to talk about this because I didn't even do it yet, but a personal example, it's too soon for me to give this example. If this was my reading, I would relate to this because I did a shamanic journey recently, and by recently I mean literally yesterday, and some of my spirit guides were telling me to stop offering written psychic readings, and that's going to be a hard one for me to give up because that was always like my bread and butter. Like I started my business doing written psychic readings, so it's going to be really difficult to give that up because that's going to throw me into the unknown. Like that's where half of my money comes from right now. Like, you want me to stop doing that? And Spirit's like, yeah, just trust us. Like, when you stop offering that, like, it'll just put you in this energy of, achieving what you want to achieve. So I feel a very similar message coming through for you, which isn't surprising. I mean, you probably connected to me and I connected to you because we share that in common, where it's like, yes, let go of this plan B energy, these safe relationships that you're holding on to, situationships that you're holding on to, or the safe stream of income. Now, I'm not telling you to, risk it all and, go balls to the wall unless you want to. you know, you don't have to be reckless, but there is an element here of like slight danger of like, you're nervous because it's like, should I really do this? A lot of you guys, this might be like you have your own business and you're finally at the point where you can quit your day job, but it's not like, you know, really at that point. Like it's at that point, but it's still a little bit risky. And you're like, do I just go for it? And this is kind of confirmation. Yes. We have the Queen of Air. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And especially with this card right here, like, you're giving your power away. I feel like you're reclaiming your power and respect. You're not settling anymore. You're just really putting yourself into a whole new energy, I feel. Some of you guys, I am seeing a conversation that you're having with someone where you're saying, you know what, like, I really want something serious. I want consistency in my friendships and my relationships. And you know what? It's cool that you're all go with the flow. Awesome for you. That's not aligned with what I want though. Really laying down the law. Okay. You're basically saying to the universe, you're not putting me through this negative cycle again. No chance. Zero chance. And the universe is like, okay, finally you're ready for your blessings and abundance then. Finally you're ready for this soulmate connection then. So yeah, I love that. It's really asking you. This is a message I don't think I remember ever getting in any reading I've ever done where it's saying, get rid of your safety net. You know, get rid of your safe bet and put yourself into risky territory that is more aligned with what you want, you know? Like, it's risky to let go of the friendships that you don't want when you don't have the ones that you do want yet. It's risky to break up with your partner who sucks when you don't have the love of your life that you do want yet. It's risky to quit your job that you hate when you're not fully 100% sure that your business is going to take off. You know, it's risky to move away from all that you know and love when there's so much unknown in the new city that you're moving to. But that's what you're being asked to do. We have the World. Oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful, beautiful confirmation because, you know, Ingwaz was saying something very similar. It's a very similar energy actually, where it's like there's a whole new beautiful world opening up for you, beautiful new chapter, new beginnings that are like tremendously good for you, huge blessings unfolding, but you need to close out these old chapters. And the World card coming out upright shows you successfully doing that. And guys, I really feel you're actually successfully doing this in the next like few days. Okay, 2 weeks max for you guys watching. So this is something you're closing out, finishing up very shortly, like this week for most of you. You're having some sort of conversation, closing something out, making some sort of sale or something, making this leap of faith. So good job on that. Like, I don't think the timing here is super long and drawn out at all. Oh my gosh, so much good is going to open up for you. Love, happiness, fulfillment, stability. Wow. It's almost like you have to embrace, you know, not knowing in order to know. You have to embrace the sense of instability to get stable. Wow. You're finding stability in unstable people. Why do I keep saying unstable? That's not a word. You're trying to create emotional safety in emotionally unavailable, unstable people. And Spirit's saying, be unstable by yourself. And ironically, that's when you find stability. This is a weird message. I'm just going to stop talking because this doesn't make sense. It's almost like the opposite is true, which is something I've been reflecting on a lot today, actually. I was reflecting on the fact that freedom in relationships, it doesn't come from being, you know, flaky and emotionally unavailable like so many guys think. So many people, not just guys, so many people think like, oh, I really value freedom. Like, I don't want to get locked down with a relationship, but they want the benefits of the relationship. So what they then do is, like, they show up when they want to show up and then they're gone. And they're like, yeah, no one's going to lock me down, haha. But that does not create freedom. That actually creates an emotionally unsafe relationship where your partner is then going to cling onto you for dear life and push you away and make you feel suffocated and only reaffirm your belief in that. Whereas if you truly want freedom in your relationship, you have to be very, very consistent with that partner and let them know how much you love them and how much you're there for them and how, you know, great things are and all that. And in that stability, your partner will trust you. And in that trust, you know, they'll be so happy for you to be free and do whatever you want and live your dreams. So That's just something I was reflecting on today, because I feel like so many people in today's generation specifically, oh my gosh, just don't get that message. They don't understand it. Too many people, you know, I really feel like some of you in group number 1 have recently been like ghosted or dealing with a flaky person or inconsistency. 4 of fire in reverse. Yeah, you guys, some of you watching need to admit that like you want something more serious, more stable, and literally just say that to your person. Okay, or your job or something, like, you know what, I'm kind of looking for something with more growth, and you know, I would be open to that with you, but I haven't really seen that from you, or that desire from you. What are your thoughts, feelings, opinions? You know, it's a sort of thing like that. And then if their thoughts, feelings, and opinions are confusing, or saying like, oh yeah, I'm just not looking for that right now, you're like, okay, well then respectfully, let's go our separate ways. Goodbye. Because you're gonna manifest that for yourself. You have to let go of what isn't in resonance with that stability you want in order to embrace what is stable for you. We have the 8 of air reversed. Exactly. This is the cycle that you're stuck in, that you keep repeating. That's what's closing out. That's what's changing. We have the messenger of water in reverse. This is like simultaneously, this reading is simultaneously talking about like career, job, money, and emotions and relationships at the same time, which leads me to believe like this was an issue with your soul in the first place. We have the Fool card coming out, which is such a positive, optimistic energy. I'm so happy this is coming out for you guys. Brand new beginning, especially with the World. Oh my gosh. Because after the World, we go back and start the Fool's journey over again. This is the last major arcana card, and then it goes back to the Fool, which is the start of the journey. New, and it's coming out right near this Ace of Water, Ace of Cups, new emotional fulfillment, new relationship, new love. This is coming for you. This is what's next in your life. New stability in your relationships and friendships. For a lot of you guys, this is literally coming in the form of a new person coming in for you. Or it could possibly be that when you declare, you know, that you will not continue on a journey of instability, that your person or job, like, then is like, oh no, like, I want that too, like, whatever. It could be that for some of you, but for others of you, you know, you declare, yeah, this is what I want, you know, this long-term stability and whatever. And I'm gonna, you know, close out the chapters that haven't given me that. I'm going to walk away from the energies that haven't given me that. One of 2 things will happen. Either they'll start acting right and give you that, or they won't, and you'll walk away and go get that. So either way, you're getting it. We have the King of Earth. I hope that made sense. I feel like the way I described that was very like confusing. Beautiful pairing here. We have a lot of mature energies. Queen of Air, King of Earth. This is air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, really sticking out here. And we have the Page as well. Young energy. I am seeing pregnancy for some of you, honestly, or thoughts of planning a family. Like some of you want to get married, live with someone, have a combined family. You know, you don't want this questionable energy constantly. And you know what's funny? The reason you want that, it actually isn't because you're clingy or desperate, ironic. Like, I don't know why people think that. Like, oh, you want marriage, you want to live with your partner, you're so clingy and needy and weird. Like, that literally doesn't make sense. And ironically, for you guys, I feel like your reason in wanting that stability is completely the opposite of that. You want that stability in your relationships so you don't have to freaking worry about relationships, because you have passions to focus on. Like, you have other things going on in your life that you want to focus on, and your stinking emotions are constantly in overdrive because you constantly keep hooking up with these people or these situations or these jobs that are unstable, like constantly around this chaos. And it's like, that is what's preventing you from having your freedom, you know, that you want. You are a free person. You respect freedom in yourself and others. And that's why you want stability and routine and constant, like a constant source of like income and success. Like, you don't want to sit here worried about like, okay, is this month going to be a month where I make like 5 figures, 6 figures? Or is this going to be a month where I make $0, you know? Is this going to be a month where, you know, this person is hot and cold with me, or are they going to be very loving with me? Like, you don't want that. That takes away your freedom. That keeps you prisoner. It keeps you in a prison of doubt and worry and stress. And you've been repeating that cycle for many years, I feel, for a lot of you, like 15 years. Oh my gosh. And that is what's coming to a close. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys. One more card and then we'll get your postcard from Spirit and then we'll finish up. What is next for you? Okay, Justice. Oh my gosh, finally someone who treats you right. Finally, the work that you put in is being paid off. I feel like you've been trapped in this negative repeating cycle where you constantly pour work and effort into your friendships, your family members, your lovers, your relationships, your job, your passion, your business, and it barely scratches the surface of your very basic needs, barely. Okay, and like literally bare minimum. It's almost like Spirit, the universe, has been joking, laughing at you, like, haha, like we're gonna give you only enough to survive and get by in life. That's not how it's been in reality. You've been learning so many deep lessons through this journey, and you expanded your soul rapidly. I mean, that's a conversation for another day, all why this was necessary and why it wasn't like, you know, this big divine comedy going on, like, but it was actually really, really good for you. Anyways, that's what's ending, guys. And for you guys in particular, this reading is covering like the near future, like the next 1 month or 3 weeks, 3 months, and then 1 year. But I feel like for you guys in particular, this feels like this month, you know, the next 4 weeks to 3 months, like this is happening. These changes are taking place. So embrace it. Okay. Wow. And then your postcard from Spirit, which I almost forgot. Here it is. If you want to screenshot it, but I'm going to read it. Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order. And we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter. Exactly. Close those doors. Whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any object that tells you an uncomfortable story. This totally aligns with everything we were just saying. Like, you have to close out these old stories in order for this new story to begin. Oh my gosh. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have space to fill with something better. Oh my gosh, Spirit loves a vacuum as it gives more space for brilliant new energy. This is what the universe is really trying to hone in for you right now. Get rid of all those Joe Schmoes and schmucks you're hanging out with. Get rid of the clutter in your house. When you create space, you don't have to go chasing. Okay, create space and the universe is going to bring to you. I promise you. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. Exactly. And that's what you need to tell someone. This relationship does not serve me. You know, the dynamic we have right now, while I respect it, I respect your way of going about things, it is not in alignment with what I want. Therefore, if it's going to continue this way, I have to let go. Like, I'm literally seeing that exact way of breaking up with someone or releasing someone. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to Spirit free of distractions. That's it right there. This is why you guys do not do good in situationships, in unclear energies, in not knowing when your next paycheck's coming in, and in that uncertainty. It is a distraction for your spirit because that's all you can think about. It's constantly on your mind. You're constantly getting readings on it. Constantly doing this and that over it, and Spirit's saying it is a distraction and you have such important work to do here on this planet. Like, we don't want this as much as you don't want this. That's what Spirit's saying. Get rid of it. Okay, finish those chapters up, call these people up and let them know how you feel. Like, finish it up, close it up so you can go back to focusing. You are so adored by so many. We hope you really know that. Oh my gosh, thank you guys for joining me. Beautiful changes happening in the next month. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Check out my second channel, Spirit Psychic Tarot, if you are into weekly readings for your tarot signs, your zodiac signs. There's also monthlies, quarterlies, yearlies on there for you to indulge in. So a lot to catch up on that channel if you've never been there before. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2. And welcome. Let's see what is coming up for you in life. You have the rune Sowilo coming out, the sun rune, which is honestly one of the best runes you could possibly get. This particularly shows any areas of your life that have been feeling very cold recently are gonna start warming up for you. So, for example, if any of you are having any troubles legally, financially, with your like paperwork or something like that, I am seeing it get resolved. I'm seeing a lot of people here. I'm seeing like visions of getting a visa somewhere. I am seeing some sort of dispute being settled, some sort of disagreement being settled. And I'm also seeing any coldness, cold attitudes, resentments that you may be having in your love life is clearing up as well. Now, I want to clarify something for you here. When I was shuffling the cards for this reading, I was asking the universe, like, we're thinking about like what's next in the lives of, group number 1, 2, 3. What is the timing though? And the timing message that came up was a month, 3 months, and a year. So you're gonna have to listen to your intuition and the story that it paints when we go through this reading to kind of feel intuitively the timing of the events that are gonna unfold. But I do see that warmth, that love, really being restored here. What is owed to you shall be paid. So you have yang coming out, beautiful energy, masculine energy, very productive energy. I'm going to read this from the book for you. The masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action, okay? Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. So I see for a lot of you guys in the next month, 3 months, the next year, you're going to be making a ton of progress in your personal goals. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles that have been overcome. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. So that is a second message of overcoming some sort of obstacle, of coldness, of, not seeing progression or fairness. Okay, I love that. We're seeing a very productive couple of months ahead. We have the full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. I feel a lot of throat chakra energy coming from you guys, putting yourself out there more, especially those of you who are creatives or online in the public eye in whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether that's putting your art out there, making podcasts or vlogs, or sharing with the world like your story and what you're going through. Even if you just love social media and you're not even getting paid from it, I am seeing a lot of growth in that department. So if any of you are in the public image in any way whatsoever, we are seeing a really huge momentum being built up, growth being built up, the more you express your true self. And a part of that journey is also connecting with yourself and meditating and reflecting on who you are and your stories and being vulnerable, being open about that. We have victory coming out. Oh my gosh, guys. All of these cards are just singing the same harmony here of having success, victory for your personal goals. And it's not like an overnight random thing that happens when you're just sitting on the couch. Like, no, you've been working towards this. So something you've been working on building up and growing, that is where you're going to be victorious. You have spaciousness coming out. And look, that blue energy, the throat chakra energy that we were just talking about. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Similar message to group number 1. So if you felt drawn to group number 1, you might want to watch that as well. But I feel like this victory and these blessings and reaching your goals is going to come forward as you make space for it. In fact, I feel like a lot of you should watch group number 1 now that I'm thinking about it, because group number 1 was talking about the story of, you're so close to achieving a big goal and you just need to get rid of your plan B, your safety nets, and take that leap of faith and trust that you can do it and keep pushing forward. Make space in your life, finish out the old chapters. This is almost like a continuation of group number one's reading. I feel like you guys are like the next step further. Like you're almost like, if group number one, if their reading was for like the next 30 days to 3 months to 1 year, you guys had like already completed that. And then like, what's next? So if you felt drawn to group number two, you may want to go back and watch group number one, because that may be showing you what you're leaving behind like right now. Okay. Anyways, you're stepping into a tremendous amount of success in personal goals and development, a nice balance in your life as well. I'm feeling we have the Hunter in reverse, and I'm going to read this. This is 27. Okay, that one's 28. I was going to say, are they the same? Let's read this from the book, y'all. The Hunter archetype is a very powerful one. It says, don't settle for the roadkill. It could be poison. Be careful that you do not become prey of your desires and fantasies. Remember to not want more than you need, so you are not guided by unbridled ambition. It's okay to come home empty-handed. And you know what? I feel like when you embrace this philosophy of like, it's okay to not completely reach my goals, because even like when you have that mindset, you'll achieve much more than beating yourself up if you come home empty-handed, because in the process of reaching for your goals, you're going to achieve much more than you would if you never even would have started. Like if you let yourself give up because you're constantly not meeting your goals or seeing what you want to happen, like you're not even going to try. Whereas when you try, that is when you're going to see the most growth, the most momentum, everything. Okay, I love that for you. And it's when you stop fearing coming home empty-handed and you just get your butt out there and hunt and go after your goals for the fun of it, for the thrill of it, and trust that the universe will lend you success when you absolutely need it. Like you're never gonna starve to death. And if you have that trust, that faith in the universe, like you're gonna do it, guys. You really are. You're gonna build your dream up. You're going to keep going, and life is going to get so much better. You have this card that says, get the F outside, move your booty, okay? Your body is pissed at you. So, confirmation, and again, that blue color is coming up again. A lot of you. And I was kind of picking up on this earlier. Some of you, your goals are directly linked to your body and health. I was feeling that. I feel like many of you in the upcoming weeks and months are going to develop some really solid like workout or gym routine and feeding your body better. Also going outside into the sunlight or taking vitamin D supplements. I'm just seeing like better care for your body in general. And you may already be on this path, on this journey. So it's no surprise to you that you're going to continuously keep improving your health. And I'm seeing like little changes. That's all it takes, like little changes all the time. Like literally just today, I made the decision to, get rid of a lot of the plastic Tupperware because it's not good for you, and just switch to all like glass, which is better for you, better for the environment, everything. And little changes like that, that's all it takes to gradually improve your health over time. I remember I made the little change to reduce caffeine one day. It helped tremendously. Little decision to take a vitamin D supplement every couple of days in the winter changed my life entirely. You know what I mean? Like these little tiny things, they go a really long way. I remember I decided, and they could be gradual. They don't have to be huge. Like I went from like really loving soda, and I made the little decision, okay, I'm just gonna switch to diet soda. And then from diet soda, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna cut back to like maybe like one every few days. And then from there I went, you know what? I'm just gonna drink flavored seltzer water. And it's these little decisions that made monumental shifts in my life. Think of the hundreds of thousands of calories I'm not consuming now, and carcinogens I'm not consuming now. Like crazy. We have unlikely coming out. Okay, so there's something that you're focusing on at the time that you're watching this that is unlikely to have a good outcome for you. So this could be a really negative habit. This could be a relationship that is dead end. It could be a job that's dead end. There's something here that I feel guided to say, like, this isn't gonna take you where you really want to go. It feels like a plan B, like I was explaining to group number 1, like a day job or a deadbeat relationship or something that does not have a future. And Spirit's saying, why even bother putting energy into that when you could be putting energy into what you do want, what will give you life and happiness and vitality and a future. We have lights. Oh my gosh, so much blue, guys. Your throat chakra needs your attention. Imagine yourself as being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are. Wow. You have light, you have show the world the real you. I'm seeing a boost in your confidence, massive boost in your confidence. I'm also seeing a vision of you making these little changes like we just described to improve your appearance, okay? I'm seeing specifically like teeth whitening, flossing your teeth, like really working on your teeth, like little improvement at a time. I'm also seeing like just tiny purchases like for your wardrobe, for your clothing, that makes all the difference. Things like that. It's really interesting. Little changes you make to how you style your hair. I just really, really feel massive downloads though to your confidence and success in the overall year ahead, okay? But these downloads are going to come through incrementally through very tiny, like little changes you make to your lifestyle. So keep up the good work if you've been doing that. We have compassion. Beautiful. Archangel Zadkiel, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. A greater sense of self-love is happening here. Stop beating yourself up because you haven't met the goals that you want to meet. Stop beating yourself up because you're not quite where you want to be just yet. Okay, you're getting there. You're doing it. I feel that so strongly this year. And when you embrace and accept yourself, have compassion for yourself, you're more likely to show the world the real you. You're more likely to just take better care of yourself. And all of these tiny little changes go such a long way in manifesting success for yourself. I promise you. Wow, we have the 6 of fire. And it kind of came out upright, but then it flipped to be in reverse. Very interesting. This is the card of success, victory, public recognition, guys. I'm telling you, but because of that little dance it did, I feel like whether or not this happens is really up to you. And there'll be several factors that contribute to this public recognition and success. Factor number 1 is continuous hard work and productivity that we see in Yang energy. Factor number 2 is not being afraid to put yourself out there. Factor number 3, creating enough space in your life for this energy to come in. That means finishing off any negative stories, negative relationships, get rid of them, make the space, literally like make yourself bored if you have to, like so much room in your life because you let go of all the toxic negativity that you're now like, oh my gosh, like, but if I let this person go or if I let this thing go, like, what am I going to do? And it's like, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to fill your time with the beautiful hard work that you're already putting in towards the goals and the people and the stuff that is leading to your higher success. You already know what you have to focus on to be successful and happy and healthy. So when you get rid of what's not working, that'll leave space, and what you'll naturally fill that space with is the things that do work for you. So Spirit's saying, don't be afraid to like cut some people off, get some things out of your life, like make sweeping changes, all of that. Like, don't be afraid, because like that's how your success is going to come in. We also see the need here for you to move your body more and work on your self-confidence. And we're seeing huge changes. It's funny, little changes in your health, but they're actually huge changes overall. So a combination of all these factors that we talked about are leading you to overall success and personal fulfillment. Specifically, public recognition, though, is what I'm seeing. You guys are being recognized publicly for all of the good that you do, for all of the creativity that you have, whatever it is that you're doing in life. I feel like there is a public element to it, okay? Or there will be if you're starting something. For many of you, I feel like you already, this could even just be generally, like you work hard on yourself and you get compliments all the time. Like, oh my gosh, like, what are you doing? You're like glowing. You look happier. Just from your friends, the people you see, the strangers, you notice like those little comments and people staring at you like in a positive way. Like that could be the public recognition we're talking about. For a lot of you, though, I feel like this is literally public recognition, though. Like you may have some form of platform or something, but that's the thing. It doesn't matter. If you have like a public platform, think about it the same way you would think about strangers saying, oh my gosh, you're glowing, like you look great, like, and just coming up and talking to you. What state of mind do you have to be in order for that to happen? What energy do you have to be in for that to happen? What do you need to do in order for that to happen? Where all of these people are just drawn into your energy, The same applies if you want public recognition and success as well. So keep that in mind. What is next for you in life? We have the Page of Water. Oh my gosh. This is, I'm seeing for some of you children, either your children, having a child, or a new niece or nephew. I know. This could even be like a new puppy, new kitten, new pet. I'm seeing it somewhere in your life though. So there may be someone who has that if it's not you. 7 of Air in reverse. Okay, this is an interesting one. I feel like the mask is coming off, guys. I really do. In this particular version of the 7 of Swords, 7 of Air, this angel here is wearing a mask. Okay, so in reverse, I feel like you're coming out of the closet. Some of you are coming out of the closet about some of your more interesting characteristics about you, your passions, the things that really make you interesting that you may have held back or not wanted to talk about as much due to fear of being judged or whatever it may be. Like you're taking that mask off. You're no longer lying and cheating yourself in that way. And also you're no longer lying to the world in a way. When you're your authentic self and you take care of yourself, that's when you get put into that glowy energy. You also have the 3 of Earth coming out in reverse, which again is a card of being recognized for your talents. Now, these energies came out in reverse, kind of. This one kind of did, this one definitely did. And they're both the cards of being recognized for your work, for the work that you've been putting in. This is an option, okay? I want to say this beautiful future path that we're picking up on, this is your golden future path. So what does that mean? Recently, I've been doing a lot of shamanic journeys where I travel, because as a psychic, when you read into the future, there are an infinite amount of future possibilities for you that are tied to this present moment. And based off of your decisions, you can align yourself with any one of these future paths. So what I call the golden future path is the highest vibration of all of those future paths, your best path forward, okay? I feel like what we're tuning into right now is your best path forward. What is available to you in the next month, 3 months, 1 year is massive public recognition, health, glowy energy where people are like, you're just like glowing, like you're people being really drawn into you spiritually, like you're composed of this light matter and you're really spiritually connected, you're being yourself, very productive, very happy with the work that you're getting done, and there's this sort of spaciousness in your life, like, room for growth still, you're not overburdened. That is your golden path. And because we're connecting to it, it is 110% available to you. But the reason these cards are coming out in reverse is because there is a little bit of danger for you guys that you may not connect to that golden path. So you really need to stay on top of everything that we're saying in this reading and the advice that we're giving, because you deserve this. Oh my gosh, we have the 10 of Fire. I was literally just thinking about this card too. It sounds like a lot to juggle. It sounds like too much. Pay attention to where you're making excuses. Like, okay, I'll go to the gym when I have more time. You don't just get more time. You make the time, okay? You are the master of your own time. I feel like that may be the blockage that you're faced with right now. Okay, I'll write that book when I have the time. Or, yeah, I'll have that kid that I want to have when I have the time. You're never going to have more time, guys. You're always going to have the same amount of time, just like all of us. You make time. It's all about priorities, and that is the wisdom of the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Fire, especially in this deck where she's juggling so much. Her attention is going in so many different directions. it's almost spread thin, and Spirit is saying, create space. Okay, make the space, make the time. No more excuses. The time is now to live your best life. Let's move forward. Ace of Water. Oh my gosh. Yeah, guys, I was telling you, Ace of Water, Page of Water. Some of y'all, there's a new innocent soul coming in your life shortly. New baby, niece, nephew, pet, something like that I'm really seeing. This could also be new love for some of you, romantic love, which is really exciting as well. It almost feels like an entire leveling up of your vibration at large. And because of that, multiple areas of your life succeed. But in particular, I keep coming back to like public recognition. Like that's the main point here. That's the main one. Okay. We have the 8 of Air in reverse. You guys are having such a similar reading to group number 1. I feel like you should really watch them as well. You have the Queen of Water in reverse. This is what you're continuously evolving to become. I feel like there's more work to be done when it comes to navigating your emotions and your emotional reactions and staying in control of that, and, not letting exterior circumstances control your mood, and that goes back to the Hunter being in reverse here. I feel like one of your lessons in the coming days and weeks is to learn how to be okay on days where you didn't quite hit the mark or you didn't quite achieve what you wanted to achieve. Be okay with going out to the hunt and coming home empty-handed. And when you learn to become okay with that, it becomes so liberating and freeing. And it puts you into this state where there's less stress, less anxiety. And ironically, that's when you become better at what you do anyways. And like for example, if you're trying to get big on social media, you have to be okay with putting your stuff out there and getting no likes. You have to be okay with like putting a YouTube video out there if you're trying to become a YouTuber and having it be like really bad and barely gets any views. When you become okay with that, that is when you keep pouring love into what you're trying to grow and do. And, that is ironically when you become the most successful. And so I see Spirit sort of working with you to cultivate that energy within you, which is so beautiful. Let's see what else comes out. What is next for you in life? You have the 6 of Air in reverse and the Queen of Air. Wow, so many ideas. Yeah, I see like a side story here. Some of you may be going to therapy, doing some self-help work in order to become a more calm person. This could even be like spiritual practices such as meditation, mental health walks, journaling, just to become more calm, like a monk, more in control of your emotional state and less bothered. You're becoming unbothered, but this is a journey, and I just saw 2323 when I said that, so that's a really huge confirmation for me. I feel like many of you are trying to tune more into your air energy, your air signs that are in your chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if you're into astrology. Become unbothered. Look at things from a more logical perspective. We see the 10 of Water as your final tarot card. Oh my gosh. This is literally, and right near that Ace of Water, you gotta be kidding me. Boy, this is happiness, complete and utter emotional happiness. Really, really happy with your family and love life. Like, I see that so strongly for you guys. So in love with the people in your life, how things are unfolding. A lot of you guys, I am really seeing this innocent soul coming through, and like new love for some of you that's very pure and leads to something long-term. This is like a new energy coming in emotionally, a new person coming in emotionally that will be here for a long time. Whether that's a baby, okay, a dog, a cat, or a lover relationship, I see it for you. Best friend even. I am seeing it for you. And, you're making the time and space for it, and you're making the time and space for your personal goals. You can do it. You can make this time. Make the time. I feel like that would be my mantra for you guys. Make the time. Okay. Final postcard from your spirit guides from the universe. This is what it looks like. If you want a screenshot, I will read it though. Dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. but it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, you can feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways. Or can you feel it? Sorry. You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much as always. Yeah, exactly. You guys may not understand why you had to go through what you had to go through in order to achieve this success, this emotional happiness that is manifesting for you in the near future. You will understand after all is said and done. And there may be some questions you have for the universe and mysteries, like, why is this happening? Oh my gosh, this reading is blending so heavily in with group number 1. You guys have to watch that, because like now I feel like I'm talking to the both of you. Like, you know, it's like, why is this happening again? Why is this energy happening again? Like, there's mysteries that are in your life right now, and you're questioning, universe, why is this happening? Like, why hasn't this happened yet? You know, and it all ties into you becoming this higher version of yourself, this connecting with this golden thread, this golden life path that just gives you 10 of cups, 10 of water energy. I mean, look at that. Complete happiness, control over your emotions, and public recognition and success, your heart overflowing with love. All of this is possible, and you had to go through what you went through in order to get there. Oh my gosh. I love that we did this reading because I feel like you're at a turning point in your life and so much good is about to come in, guys. I'm so excited for you. Thank you for joining me for this reading. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome. Let's see what's next for you in life. You have the rune Awaz coming out slightly in reverse like this. And this rune is really talking to you in the present moment and saying, who is out of step with you, misaligned with you right now? What is misaligned with you right now? And really, really meditate and reflect on this question. Like, if there's someone in your life that you just really are not understanding, like their behaviors and why they choose the things they do, you know, reflect on how they may be out of alignment with you. And what needs to happen in order to either get back into alignment or back in alignment with just yourself by moving on from them, whether that is having a discussion to get realigned with this person or, you know, go your separate ways so you're back in realignment with yourself. You know, when Awaz comes out in reverse, it makes me feel like the things you're doing is not in alignment with what you should be doing. And this could even be like a job that you're doing right now that doesn't really mesh well with you. It doesn't serve you. This could be a place that you live at, a location, a friend. Comment down below, what is this? It feels like there's something in your aura, in your energy, that is a little bit out of alignment with your soul. So let me know in the comment section. We have all that glitters coming out, and I'm gonna read this from the book for you. Beautiful saying, all that glitters is not gold. J.R.R. Tolkien. All right, a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. Okay. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them to make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or the person? Oh my gosh, what a deep meditation. I don't know why I'm saying like you should meditate on this, you should think about this, you should reflect about this. You know, someone may be glittering and shiny like, oh, I'm this great big thing, but really they're not. Oh my God, a friend of mine was just telling me the other day a story that is, I'm being reminded of it. They were told by someone to work with someone in their field, in their industry. And their friend told them like, oh, this person is like the top of the industry, like super great. Like they rarely ever work with other people and, you know, or people who aren't as, you know, elevated as they are, whatever. And, you know, they end up working with them. And even the person was saying that like, oh, I'm like doing you a favor and I never work with people like you and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is just, you know, I'm an exceptional opportunity for you. All of that was the glitter, the mask that they were putting on themselves, painting themselves to be this great big thing, marketing themselves as this great big thing. But when it came down to it, the quality of work that they offered was very awful. And my friend like was like, I'm not working with you. Like I have higher taste and standard than this. So, you know, all that glitters is not gold. And I've also, oh my gosh, I have so many stories that I could go off about this. I've seen so many people with their own businesses and like people in life in general. Like when I was starting my own business, when I was like really working so hard, I would look around me to people my other age, especially like in my early 20s. And I'm like, they are all like buying these fancy cars and going to college and getting their nails done, having these designer clothes. And I have like none of these things. Like, am I like really struggling here? And then of course, as time goes on, I see, oh no, they're like hundreds of $1,000s in debt and, you know, can barely survive and are on the brink of homelessness and all this awful stuff, all in the name of projecting a certain image out there. So, you know, I don't know why this is coming up for you at this time. This could be trying to get you to not make a bad decision. And I am seeing the particular message for some of you watching. You may be about to buy a car and you may be trying to buy like a brand new car or like a really expensive one, and Spirit's saying, rethink that. Rethink your choices there, honey boo boo bear. Like there's really no reason to buy a brand new car, which loses like a third of its value within months of you buying it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's just something there about that. This could also be talking about some of the people in your life, situations in your life where it's like they try to present themselves to be this big, beautiful thing and they kind of suck, like low key. Like they're not all that they've cracked up to be. So I don't know. We have the new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. Group number 3. There's a new start in your love life coming very soon. Oh, by the way, when I was shuffling the cards, I asked the universe, I'm like, what is the timeline for this reading? Like, we're asking what's next in life, but like when? And I had like 3 different timelines come up: 1 month, 3 months, and a year. So use your intuition for when you think, you know, all of the different messages that come through will be coming up for you. But we do see a brand new cycle. A lot of you guys who select group number 3, there is new love emerging in your life. It's so beautiful. It's going to unfold wonderfully. I really love this. This is an elevation of commitment I'm feeling. Whether you're dating someone currently and you take it to the next level, whether that's moving in or getting married, having kids, whatever, or even just revitalizing that love, renewing your vows. Or if you're single and this is literally meeting someone new and they start a whole new cycle for you. It's really beautiful. Another thing that I'm seeing here is if you selected group number 3, I think you have a good eye for knowing when someone's phony and for when someone's like full of crap. So I am seeing some of you may go on a few funny dates in the journey of finding romance if you're single with people who, you know, you can have a good laugh about later, but nothing, you know, serious. Okay, we have storm warning. Yeah, Spirit with, I keep wanting to call this Wumbo, which if any of you, like, look at this. If any of you know what I'm talking about when I say Wumbo from SpongeBob, this rune and the storm warning card, and the storm warning card coming out together, is really, like, I feel like the universe is trying to get you not to commit to a really bad path. Okay, like don't commit to that car that's brand new and costs way more than you can afford. Okay, don't commit to that way overpriced university like that you don't need. Like take the cheaper route. Okay, don't commit to that phony, that person who feels very out of alignment with you right now. The red flags are there. I feel like there's a warning like that coming up for you here. Really listen to your intuition. Someone can be saying all the right things, painting themselves to be this person. And also, one thing I always like to pay attention to is how people talk about themselves. I always pay attention when people are like, I'm the type of person who blank. Because it's like, okay, if you're that type of person, why do you need to tell me that? Like, if you're saying, oh, I'm just such a nice person, like, oh my God, I dated this guy for half a year. We were in a situationship. He was real toxic. Okay. I got out of there as soon as I saw his true colors. But, earlier on, I should have saw the red flags. He would do that all the time. Like, he would be like, I'm such a great person. Like, I helped this old lady and like I gave her a ride and she wanted to pay me and I just didn't want to take it. I refused to accept it. I put the money back in her hand and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like I do stuff like that all the time and I don't feel the need to tell people. It's kind of like leaving a server a really big tip and then bragging about it. Like, oh yeah, I left that waitress a really huge tip. Like, oh, I'm such a nice person. It's like, that's a little weird. I always pay attention when people say things like that, do things like that, talk about themselves like that. Cause it's like, okay, there's a reason why you're telling me this. I feel like 9 times out of 10, not always, but just pay attention to whenever your intuition's like, noted. We have divine timing. All will make sense in divine timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. It's taken me a while. It's taken me a while, some divine timing in my life to really appreciate divine timing, to appreciate delays, to appreciate the journey. If something is not in your life yet, it can be very easy to get frustrated over that and be like, oh, divine timing, I hate that message. Like I see so many of you in the comments like, oh my God, I hate when readers talk about divine timing. It took me a while to really appreciate divine timing in my own life. Like, just when I don't have something yet, like I really reflect on why it is that way. Like, for example, right now, as I'm watching this, unrelated to this reading, I'm just chatting with you guys. I am waiting to hear back from someone. I am waiting for someone to message me. And, I'm getting angry over it. I'm getting frustrated, impatient. And I'm saying, universe, like I'm ready to have a serious discussion with this person. And, I'm waiting for them to message me though. And, that's divine timing. And I'm like, there's a reason why I'm waiting. I may have a change in my mood. New information may come up. It may not be the best time. And I was thinking to myself, like, should I reach out to them? I definitely shouldn't. All logic says it falls in their court. They should reach out to me. So divine timing. I have to wait. And, in that time that I'm waiting, what am I doing? I'm caring for myself. I am vibing. I'm drinking my tea. I'm staying hydrated. And I'm allowing my feelings on this situation to really be felt and processed. And, as I do that, I feel that when I finally do have this conversation, I'm going to be coming from a place that's very well processed, well thought of, and, I'm not going to be reactive because I had the time to really prepare for it. Same thing can happen for success if you're waiting for a certain level of success to come in. I've seen so many businesses fail because, they start their business, it's going slow, it's going whatever, and then suddenly they go viral or they explode overnight, but they didn't prepare enough or have enough experience in order to facilitate this higher demand. And then it gets messy, it gets sloppy. I'm just thinking of like a restaurant where it's like suddenly they blow up and it's like they don't have the staffing and the ingredients, and like people come there because they see how great it is, and then they end up with like a 2-hour wait time on their food and all this stuff, and it's like they end up going out of business because they got successful too quickly. So sometimes waiting is our greatest blessing, because we can really refine who we are in the process. Like, I remember when I first started my business, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was like, man, I just want to go viral overnight. I am so happy I didn't go viral overnight when I first started my YouTube channel. Like, the first year, those videos were cringy. Those readings the readings themselves are good. I'm a good reader sometimes, but it's just, I was a cringy person. So, all right. You have the Vision Quest coming out in reverse. This is what it looks like upright, and I'm going to read this from the book for you. The number 60 may be significant to you. The number 10 may also be significant. 16. Okay. So, Spirit has been trying to contact you but received no answer, which is so funny that literally says that in the book, because I literally was just going off on this random story unrelated to your reading about how I'm waiting for someone to answer me. Spirit has been trying to contact you but received no answer. You are too busy with your life and there's too much noise inside your head. Do not miss the call again. Make room for quiet time this evening. Allow yourself to become bored for a while and you'll be able to hear the important message trying to get through. Guys, I really, I'm getting serious now. I really feel like the universe is trying to tell you something, to warn you about something, because you may be about to go down a really bad path or make a bad decision that you're going to regret. Okay, so get quiet with yourself this evening, meditate. Hopefully, this message will come through. Okay, let's set the intention now that whatever the universe wants to tell you, feel free, universe, bring it through in this reading. Okay. But still get quiet with yourself this evening. All right. Oh my God. I did not see this card when I was making the piles. I was just shoveling, pulling out. I did not read this. It literally says F. Stuff is about to get real. You have storm warning. The universe saying, I'm trying to contact you. Please answer. I need to tell you something. This is important. And then this card comes out. Stuff is about to get real. F. You need your people around you. Guys, I don't know what the heck is about to go down in your life. We're gonna see. That's what this reading's for. I'm really happy you're here, group number 3, because I feel it. I wish I could just spit it out, but we do see romance. We do see romance. What I would recommend doing, though, if I were you guys, is really stay on top of all of your self-care stuff right now. Start right now, okay? Get in contact with all your friends. Get a nice flow where you're talking to them every day. Go on your little walks. Drink your water, eat healthy, just make sure everything's prepped and primed, get into a journaling rhythm, routine, or do your yoga, get your vitamin D, whatever you need to do to be in tip-top shape, do it, okay? When you leave the house every morning, make sure you're dressed nice, you're feeling good. Everything you can do to just be in your tip-top shape, your best mood possible, Spirit is saying do those things. And also make some time to just get quiet with yourself, make some room for your relationship with self, your relationship with Spirit, okay? Whether that's journaling, going for walks, yoga, taking baths, get into a quiet, bored space, all right? In the near future, oh my gosh, this is such a cryptic reading. It's getting on my nerves. Honestly, they're saying, we need you to know this, get quiet. Something's about to happen in the near future. This is the near future, next few days. Something big is going to take place. Some of you guys may already have a feeling about what this is. This could be a love offer for a lot of you. That's changes everything. This could be some big type of change. I don't know how to put it, or a conversation that you're waiting for. Maybe it was synchronistic that I felt guided to tell you that I am also waiting for something. Okay, I was telling you the story of how I'm waiting for a certain message to come through to me from my friend, so I can open up a very serious conversation with them that will change the dynamic of our friendship. Okay, I feel you guys, a lot of you, and I just saw 1717, so I know this is accurate. A lot of you guys are in a similar energy where it's you already kind of know what's about to happen and you're just sort of waiting for the right timing of it. And Spirit is saying take care of yourself in this time. Don't get frustrated that it's not here yet. Don't get frustrated in the waiting. And this could be a very positive thing too. I just want to clarify. This could be positive. You could feel success is imminent for you, but it's okay, oh my gosh, where is that? Where is it at? Almost waiting for someone to propose or waiting for your business or something to go viral, you feel it, you know it's there. and it's just that waiting that's killing you, okay? And Spirit's saying like, no, for real, start taking care of yourself right now. This is almost giving me, I'm getting a clairvoyant image now of like a restaurant. Maybe some of you guys are in the culinary industry because I keep going back to restaurants. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay things and I just made his ratatouille recipe. Anyways, I'm literally seeing this clairvoyant vision of like a new restaurant opening up, and it's going to have a really big, exciting like opening day, and all of the staff are there, dressed, prepared, ready for things to get really, really crazy. And there's like that nervousness beforehand. I'm literally getting a vision of that, like some sort of launch, some sort of beginning. And you're in that waiting stage right now, and you may be feeling anxious, and I don't know what this is. This could be anything. Leave a comment down below if you know what it is. I feel like most of you do know what this is, and you're just waiting, and Spirit's saying like, no, like do everything you can now. Stuff's about to get real. Gather up your friends, just make sure your support system is with you. Do your self-care, whatever, because something big is about to happen. It could be good, could be bad, I don't know, could be anything. You guys know what it is though. We have breathe, which goes so hand in hand with everything here. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and the outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Just breathe. Just breathe. It's not a song by Pearl Jam or Eddie Vedder. Go listen to that song. We have beloved one. Oh my gosh. Guys, for a lot of you watching, I feel like this has to do with a change in your relationship, or a relationship, like about to meet someone important, have a very important conversation with someone, a really big shift going on with a loved one. Okay, whatever it may be, it says Archangel Chamuel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Spirit's saying you're almost ready. We're prepping you up for this, whatever it may be. Okay. Although for some of you, I also feel like this could be the launch of a business or something, because we did get a lot of visions like that. Could be both, honestly. You may be launching something, and there may be a really big shift happening in one of your relationships in the very near future. Next couple of days, I'm feeling, guys, it's not long at all. But you are feeling the time. You're really feeling time right now. There's a sort of anxiety, a sort of nervousness in the air, and Spirit's saying like this timing is good timing, because you're going to use it, hopefully, to really prepare yourself. How many times have you ever gotten into like a really important debate or discussion with someone, and it was frustrating, and then afterwards you're like in the shower, pacing in the shower, thinking like, oh my gosh, I should have said this. When you like prepare for life and do everything that we said to do in this reading, you rarely have those moments anymore. I swear, I never have moments like those anymore, because I really like prep for life, like I meditate, I do shamanic journeying. Every morning now I notice like I even like dress better, I do my makeup a lot more, like my hair, which, not in a superficial way, but like just I feel more confident, more prepared for the day. And I feel like that shifts your energy, and then you say what you have to say. You operate in a very strong way. So yeah, I don't know, Spirit's saying to do that. Anyways, we're gonna get some tarot to get some specifics here. Universe, what the heck are you trying to say to group number 3? I know the question is what's gonna happen next in life, but you clearly need to spit something out here. 9 of air. Yeah, you guys are in a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry right now. I feel it. I feel a nervousness about you. Like what? What do you need to say, Spirit? What do you need to say, universe? What? We have 3 of air. Some of you guys may feel like you need to possibly end a relationship, a situationship, something like that. You don't want it to end, but you may be sort of approaching a conversation in the near future, laying down your boundaries, what you want, things like that. Which may lead to an ending, which leads to a new beginning in your business, your career. It's almost like the launch of a new you, I'm seeing, when you lay down the law. It'll launch a new you. The Hanged Man. Yes, you're waiting for this. Some of you guys may be waiting for something to end, or waiting for, I'm getting a really dark message. It's not dark, it's not negative. And if this message is not for you, don't judge this message, because whoever it's meant for, you will understand this, okay? There is someone watching here today who is actually waiting for someone, whether it's a pet or a family member, to literally pass away. Okay, like I feel that coming from someone here. Now, I don't want to freak you guys out. If this is not your message, don't be like, oh my gosh, who's dying? Like, no. You'll know who you are if this is your message, because you already are well aware of the situation. Like, this could be someone on like hospice or a very sick and elderly animal or something, and you know their time is here. And it's just like a painful waiting game, I guess you could say. And that's why Spirit is giving this message, or that's why this message would apply to you specifically. You all have different situations and circumstances, okay? Don't apply this one message, but whoever is in that exact circumstance, like, I'm just validating you, like, yes, that may be what is happening here. And Spirit is saying, like, yes, like, take very, very good care of yourself at this time. I know that sounds like a dark message, and when I first started doing readings, I set the intention with the universe that I don't want to predict death, but sometimes if it is meant for the highest good, or like it is a peaceful message for the person receiving it, which I feel like whoever is receiving this message, it is like a peaceful message, then it'll sometimes come through. Like, I actually remember I did a tarot reading for my mother one time about death. She was asking about our dog Sprinkles, and she wanted me to, confirm or deny whether she would have to euthanize her or if she would pass away peacefully in like the next few days. And I predicted that she would pass away, and she ended up actually dying that night. So, and it was actually, like, I know this sounds weird to some people, it was very good. It was her time. It was her time. It was not a sad passing, okay? So whoever's message that is, take it. It's a good message for you. If that's like scary, this is not your message, okay? If you're like, who's dying? It's not your message, okay? Whoever needs it, you know who you are. All right, moving forward. Anyways, the rest of you are in a situation where it's like you feel like something may be coming to an end or close, not death-wise. All right, calm down. And you're a little scared. It's like a waiting game. Like, you're just waiting for this change to happen. And also there's a part of you that's like, is it going to happen? Is this going to happen? So Spirit, what do you need group number 3 to know? And also, what's next in group number 3's life? Okay, I felt like that card really wanted to come out. We have Justice. Justice is being restored. Your hard work is going to pay off once again. And I'm seeing success here, a successful launch of something new, successful launch of a new relationship, a business. We're seeing strength. Oh my gosh, a lot of you guys, I'm seeing this very vulnerable conversation coming through for you. Really powerful, impactful conversation, exchange of words. It feels very spiritual. For some of you, it may be like your last words exchanged with someone in this lifetime. And I know that sounds so dramatic, and I'm not, again, saying that this person's dying for most of you. It could be like a separation, like they may be moving, you may be breaking up. And again, you'll already know what this is, who this is, what the circumstance is. You already feel it. Now, here's a weird message for like maybe a handful of you. And this would be a handful of you who are very spiritually awakened shamans, okay, in particular. You're going to be having this conversation with someone close to you, a sort of like goodbye conversation, because you're laying down certain boundaries and what is in alignment with you. Like, you're literally saying to this person, this is what's in alignment with me, this is what's not in alignment with me, and I feel currently like what this is not like us, or the dynamic is not in alignment, and you're gonna experience a death of the timeline, the reality where you were not in alignment, and you're going to jump into a timeline where you are in alignment with this person. Again, only a select few of you that message will apply. And this is also where a lot of that anxiety is coming from, because every single person here watching is psychically aware of the fact that there is a future timeline where this could work out, where this person could suddenly be in alignment with you, where this thing could be suddenly in alignment with you. And that could be the new beginning that we're talking about. That could be the new cycle we're talking about. So that is what is giving confusion and anxiety Because it's like, will that happen or won't it happen, you know? Boy, let's see. We have the star coming out, knowing your worth, protecting your peace, self-love, and we're seeing success. If you are so here's the thing, guys. This reading is probably all over the place, so I apologize for that. Let me give you the timeline I'm seeing in my head. I am seeing a conversation or some sort of ending of something that's out of alignment with you. So there is something currently, present day, that is not in alignment with you. It's making you anxious, it's making you worried. You want to put an end of that to that energy that's out of alignment. That's the ending that's taking place. Now, after that happens, I see you guys, because you step back into alignment, will be focusing a lot on yourself, your personal goals, and personal relationships. And in all of those areas of life, we see the energies flowing strongly again after that. And I'm seeing some sort of big success in a personal goal or a launching of some sort of business or thing for you, or project or goal. Like, even if it's like moving, it's like a successful move being made. You know what I mean? So that's like, this is a timeline. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be all over the place with like all these different areas of life. It's a timeline, and I see it happening in that exact sequence. Okay, so let's move on, see what else is happening next in your life. But it's interesting because it's like okay, the video stopped recording. I don't know where I left off, but what I was trying to say was, after you have gotten rid of what is not in alignment with you, you've made this change, you had this conversation, whatever it may be, all of these sweeping changes are going to happen very quickly, you know, over the next several weeks after that. That's what I'm seeing. It'll happen very quick, like boom, 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 because you're putting yourself back in alignment, and then life starts flowing a lot faster again. It's almost like whatever the situation is that's putting you out of alignment, putting you in this anxiety, and you're like just wanting to get it over with, figure it out, get it done with. You know, it feels like, because it's still lingering in this place of unknowing, it feels like it's blocking the flow of your energy, and you're almost like just waiting to get this done and over with so you can focus on life again. As bad as that may sound for some of you, and I'm not criticizing you or judging you, because I remember I said a few of you maybe even watching here, this is literally talking about a death that you're sort of waiting to happen, not in a bad way, like at all. Like, I just want to validate your feelings here. I get it, okay? Or like some sort of conversation ending, like you just want clarity. You just want to get out of this transitionary, confusing period where like you're constantly worried about this, focusing on it. Like, you just want that closure is what I'm seeing. You just want complete understanding of where things stand, which is totally understandable. So we see you getting that, and then life flows again, and in a very successful way, where you get a lot of, you know, attention, success, recognition, strength returns, and life just flows beautifully after that. So let's see what happens. What's next in life? What is next in life? Okay, we have the Tower and Temptation. Oh my gosh. Guys, we're going back to Wumbo. We're going back to AWAS here. There is a possible future path that is negative. And this is what Spirit really wants to talk to you about and warn you about. And I just saw 1414 on the clock, guys. Some of you guys are going to try to hold on to make this last even longer. This energy, whatever it is for you that is out of alignment, you're going to try making it last longer. You're going to be tempted to stay. And whatever this is, it has high highs and low lows. That's how you'll know that it's not in alignment with you, because it'll keep you in this perpetual state of like spiritual ecstasy, being in love, like so excited, having your hopes up, and then like despair, worrying, anxiety, radio silence, you know, like it'll keep flip-flopping back and forth. This is the cycle. Like, it's just time for the cycle to end for you. You know, it's really preventing your growth in life generally. And, you know, there still exists that danger that you're gonna linger in this unknown. Okay, so get the closure, the clarity that you need. Don't settle for not having answers, for not having clear answers, okay? Because that is just going to keep you locked in this Nine of Swords, this not happy energy. We have the Page of Earth coming out. So if you listen to the advice given in this reading, you're going to have the clarity that you're looking for one way or another, okay? whether that's through ending or clarity, commitment, whatever coming forward. There's also a brand new start in finances and career success, which is great, which came out for all the other groups too. So I'm glad to see that, this could even be a new commitment, which we did see a new cycle happening in your love life and beloved ones. Like, it seems like there's a lot of relationship energy here, whether that's family relationship. I am picking up on family relationships for a lot of you, but also romantic relationships for a lot of you, maybe some friends, but those are the two main ones I'm seeing here. And it's like you just want the toxic cycle to end. You're just ready for this change. You're ready for answers, for closure. Don't keep yourself stuck here. Okay, I do wonder, now I'm getting a very off the wall prediction for some of you, like out of nowhere. Some of you may be worrying about addiction. If this is your addiction, this is absolutely a reading that's warning you of like, don't relapse. And if you do relapse, like, go straight back to sobriety, like go straight back to like get back on the horse. Don't let that one slip up become a slide. You know what I mean? If this is someone else's sobriety or addictions that you're worrying about, like they're going to go back to an abuser or like something like that. Yeah, that's where spirit is saying, like, take care of yourself, as you're waiting, because you're like, it feels like you're in this constant state of like getting your hopes up, having it fall down, getting your hopes up, having it fall down. This could be your own codependency on love addiction, yourself, for some of you as well. A cycle that keeps repeating where that is the theme, like getting your hopes up, being in love, so happy with everything that's going on, and then it crashes and burns, and spirit's trying to bring you to that neutral place. And this is going to take a lot of work for spirit because, this cycle that you've been in has been going on for years, I feel, for most of you. And this cycle has a possibility of repeating again in the present moment or the very near future, next few days. And you're being asked to act differently this time, do something differently to get yourself out of this cycle and choose peace. Oh my gosh, the battery died and the video stopped again, and I don't know where I left off, but what I was in the middle of saying was, choose peace, choose stability, choose getting yourself out of this cycle. Guys, I need to talk to you, group number 3, because your reading stopped filming twice in the middle of all of this. And right before I was going to film for you guys, I hurt my foot so badly. And I'm like, what negative energy am I connecting with right now? And then you have like essentially the devil card coming out, storm warning, spirit saying like, I really need to talk to you. I really need to talk to you. Like, it's time for you to be strong and to choose self-love and positivity and peace, personal peace for yourself, and get yourself out of this negative energy. And you know what? That's what happens to me, to most of us, right before we're about to go down the wrong path. Spirit will send us a sign through like stubbing our toe or breaking something or hitting every single red light and getting frustrated. It's like, pause right now. And I just saw 111 on the clock, so I know I'm right. Pause right now in those moments and ask, like, what am I not seeing? Like, what are you trying to prevent? Why are you trying to get my attention, spirit? And just pay attention. Just pay attention to your energies, to what's going on, everything. Oh my gosh, you guys need to do some deep connection tonight. We have the World card coming out. Yeah, the end of a cycle. This is positive. Honestly, I know this reading was all over the place, but this is actually very positive for a lot of you. Hopefully, if you don't get yourself back into this negative cycle, it's going to be really, really positive. I promise you that. Like, this is a complete karmic ending. Like, no more being stuck in that cycle pretty much permanently. Like, if you take the right actions this time around, I feel like you are permanently pretty much out of this cycle that's been repeating for you, this negative cycle of like high highs and low lows, and peace persists after this. And we do see success and recognition after this as well. So one more card and then we'll get your postcard from Spirit out. Just really pay attention to what's out of alignment for you. It could be anything, even like foods you eat that just doesn't make you feel right, or, certain people's actions and behaviors that just doesn't sit right with you. Pay attention. Don't let that lack of alignment and those energies prove themselves to you. That's something that I say all the time. Like, don't let your intuition prove itself to you. Like, don't wait for it to prove itself to you. If you get a bad feeling about someone, don't wait until they prove it. You know what I mean? Like, listen to that, get out of there, whatever. Or if you have a feeling like, oh, I should really approach this person, like this is a really good thing, like don't wait, don't sit on it, just do it, you know, because the opportunity might pass. We have the Hierophant coming out. Yeah, spiritual connection will really guide you through this. Taking a more traditional path as well will get the highest outcome in the near future for you. What do I mean by the traditional path? I mean like literally eating 3 meals a day, no snacking, taking your mental health walks, getting enough vitamin D and sunlight, like all that basic information we have on how to take good care of ourselves. Talking to your support system, you know, like the basic advice that people give, like that is your foundation of success in the near future. Now, the thing is, guys, I feel so many of you who selected group number 3, you're gonna achieve really big things in the future. Like, I'm seeing a lot of you also, weirdly enough, are like spiritual healers and therapists and teachers of some sort, by the way. So you may be having some sort of career success in those areas if that resonates with you. Definitely with the star card as well. Huge goals of yours being achieved, and putting the focus back on your light, putting the spotlight back on you, because I feel like your spotlight has gone back to a situation or a person who is being inconsistent, negative, and making you worry a lot. And or if they're not like being negative themselves, they could just be in a negative situation and you're just kind of like wanting that to be over now. So guys, what I really need to recommend to you though is like connecting with yourself. Okay, journal, meditate, go for a walk, something. Here is your postcard from Spirit. If you want to screenshot it, I'm gonna read it though. Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you, you're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion, and although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone, and even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected so better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you, we love you, and you are a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever. So Spirit's kind of saying, don't fear rejection, don't fear this heartbreak. If you feel that is coming or some sort of ending is coming where someone is not going to accept the terms and conditions of being in alignment with you, don't fear that happening, okay? Because even if that does happen, you are going to be aligned with things and people and beautiful love that is aligned with you, much better for you, okay? That is the wisdom of this reading, and that is where your life is going to be headed, essentially. If you listen to the advice in this reading, your life is headed into alignment, which will give you so much love, so much prosperity, personal success on like every single level, okay? Thank you guys for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Go check out my second channel, Spirit Psychic Tarot, if you enjoy weekly, monthly, yearly, and quarterly tarot readings for each zodiac sign. Okay, thank you guys. Bye-bye.